I've been drawing basically my whole life. It's one of the things that just kind of comes naturally to me. I'm making this video specifically for those beginner artists who may find themselves struggling trying to come up with some character designs, or maybe even worried about changing some integral aspect of their character. I want to preface this video by saying I am by no means an expert. I have my own struggles when it comes to art. For instance, I can barely draw hands. I sometimes struggle with proportions for like legs and arm length. Oh, and the small fact I basically can't draw digitally. The best of that being pixel art. I also want to say that everyone's method is unique to them. This is just the way I do it, and I thought it might be nice to change content a bit from Monster Hunter and show off how I'd like to do my character designs. Alright, I want to start off with my pre-work work. What inspires me to create different designs or, experiment a bit? For me personally, it comes from a couple places. One thing is other people's work. I may be browsing some site, I see a picture I like, and I go, oh, that's a great picture. I'll try that. Or I'll do something similar because I really like the idea. Using references and looking at other people's works for inspiration is by no means a bad thing. I can tell you right now, they probably got inspired from somewhere. With how much we communicate today's world and the content we see, it's no surprise that we might be inspired by something someone else created. Another place that comes is from my own imagination. Mostly the thoughts that eat up my mind when I'm trying to sleep. My mind just goes wild, and I come up with new ideas just on the spot that I might want to do, or maybe little tiny changes I make to my characters during this. And then once I get onto those ideas, I go into my research mode. When I research the stuff, I look up things like fashion styles, cultural references, personality tropes, basic tropes, and current or old trends. For instance, all of mine and my friends' characters follow this logic. Couple of them being fashion choices, mine being steampunk, my friend being cyberpunk, and my sister being Victorian for clothing. Others come from ideas or tropes, as in Joseph being the smuggler type, with some inspiration from Star-Lord and Han Solo, or even Crystal, whose very appearance was inspired by the Gammoth armor, and kind of has a small mountain trope going for her. And from there, I go to a simple character base and expand upon it. Fleshing out characters. A character's design is not enough to carry them. A character's personality is just as, if not more, important than the character's clothing. If anything, a character's personality should affect the clothes they wear. This picture of my friends and I in modern clothing shows off parts of our personality without directly saying it. Joseph wears a lot of jewelry compared to a lot of the other characters, while Crystal's clothes are made for colder weather. Posture also plays a big part. Maxwell in this picture seems aloof and laid back, while Violet gives off an air of playfulness. Try to differentiate expressions. Not everyone is smiley all the time. That doesn't have to be a, oh, look at me, I'm so dark and brooding type thing. It could just be, hey, I kinda chill, I'm relaxed, I don't have to have a smile on my face always to show that I'm happy. And even from there, if you do give everyone a smile, make it a bit different, even subtly, because everyone smiles a tiny bit different. Creature design. Creature design follows basically the same philosophy as character design. Research and personality matters. Doing proper research and figuring out how the creature behaves is just as important as doing that for a human character. I'm going to use the monster I created, Brunrir, as an example. Brunrir has a lot of Norse influence behind it. The Brun card in its name comes from the Norse word brunni, which means burning heat, and the rear part comes from Fenrir, one of the most infamous wolves in Norse mythology. From there, you can kind of get a picture of its personality, that being its fiery personality. All these little individual things build up a character for Brunrir, painting this picture of how I wanted this to be seen. The same methodology I used to create Brunrir can be used to create a human character just as well. I just thought I'd talk about this, seeing as this is also a Monster Hunter channel. Experimenting. It's alright to take your pre-existing characters and experiment with their designs and try something new. Sometimes we get in our heads that it's a bad idea to experiment. We get so satisfied with the place we're at we don't really try to move forward. Well, I think that's a bad thing, if anything. We want to move forward. Change shows growth, and in this case, experimenting with designs can as well. I mean, I'm just going to use I myself, Max Bolt, as an example. This here is a picture of my character when I was in elementary. I didn't scream character design. I'll let you try to figure out what grade I was in when I did that. And in here, this man with a big Russian hat is another version of my character. To be fair, I didn't improve much between my early elementary and late elementary years, and then between my early junior high and almost entire high school career, but it is important to note there is at least some idea of change. And then finally, to the current design that you are currently seeing, this Victorian-esque Pixel Man is my most recent version. Still working on digital art. Maybe one day I will get past my poor habits of 17 years and actually achieve better results. We'll see. But I feel like I am much more comfortable with this design than I was with my first design. That being said, this design only was created about a month ago. Same with my Helen design, as she has gone through an evolution from my freshman year up as well. These changes, although minor, show at least some improvement in the artist, including my style. Final tip. It's a two-part tip, to be fair, but, you know, might as well call it final tip. Looks better from a narrative point. The most important part is to have fun while you do your characters. If you are trudging through a piece and you're not enjoying any part of the process, then you will probably be unsatisfied with your character. The second part is to find your style. This does not mean you draw the same way forever and try to stick to it. Your own style could mean just how you like to draw. Maybe the methodology you use. Maybe it's just the way you hold your pencil. Everyone's drawing style is unique to them. I myself found myself stuck in this mindset in high school. While I was stuck, my art wasn't improving. I basically was drawing the same. Only then, when I experimented, did proper research, and truly had fun while I was drawing, was I able to improve in my ability, trying completely different styles that were foreign to me, or making dumb meme pictures. Try out different things all the time if you can. You only improve. It's harder to take 2 steps backwards than it is to take 1 step forward. Do I always have to have a cheesy line somewhere in here? Alright, we're in thoughts. I just want to say one more time. Character design, and the process of which is unique to everyone. This is just my method of doing it, and I wanted to share it. I want to make a small note. On a future video, I will be discussing on my thoughts on how to move forward with this channel. Those being, well, you'll find out yourself. Do I need a YouTube outro? Last time I just kind of ended it. Bye. Stay tuned for more. I don't plan on dying just yet, and okay.